Good morning, everyone. This is Crypto Ant9. I'm back with another video for you guys. So normally I tend to do about one video a week, but obviously with what happened last night and the levels that we hit, it's very important to bring this video to you guys. Obviously, show you what happened, why it happened last night, why were the fibs drawn there, why was new support added, etc. So yeah, let me get straight back into this video, and obviously I'll break it down for you guys and explain it to see obviously what's happening and stuff like that. So I posted this chart yesterday. Where was we? We was about around this region here. So we didn't have all these candles to our right hand side pop off just yet. So it was difficult actually, because actually let me show you the phone. Let me get rid of that, and I'm going to show you how I draw this fib here. So the fib variation that I drawed yesterday, what do we have that one? Let me just change it over quickly. Loop. Let's go to 0.618 and 0.66. Right. I'll show you how yesterday I established those levels of the fib. So I draw it from the swing low here that we had on the 9th of August at 2 AM. Bear in mind this is in a 1 hour chart. And I swing low to these highs of the wicks here at 46,700. We can just go above or below or just there. It doesn't really matter. And there you go. Now we know that our fib levels of retracement will be from this point down to this point. It's not going to be perfect. We're not going to capture the whole of the move, but as long as we capture most of the move here, where we bounce on our fib and come back to these levels, then that's all that matters. So we know we had this rejection at 46,700. We had rejection here on the 10th of August. Another rejection here 11th of August at 4, and now 9 o'clock to 11th of August. We knew this area was resistance. If we just scroll to the left, got a bit of scrolling to do, and whenever we scroll out, right. So look, when we dumped hard, we bounced. Just quickly show you the guy. Remember the guy, 46,700. But we had a touch here on the 17th of May. Price went back down to 43,000. Pretty much what we saw happen over yesterday. Came back down here, and then it dumped, etc. So we know that level is an important support resistance area. And then I just want to show you again here. Those levels is in March. Acted as support on the 5th of March. And also again, those levels acted as support in February. Look, price came back up. Use that support. Remember, 46,700. That line's being used as support. Anyway, let's zoom back in where we currently are, because it's nice what's happened, but obviously we want to know what will possibly happen. Let me zoom out again for you. 4 hour auto, the trade. Damn, there we go. So 46,700. We know that's resistance, right? Let's switch that to an hour. Right, resistance. Right, rejected from here. Our first line of support was 45,259, because that was support previously in this region here. Let me just highlight this for you guys, might be easier for you to see. So we know it was support in this region here. Obviously that we lost that quite easily. We came back up, retested as resistance, came back down. And what a lot of people would have been doing here, where you would have been taking a short, it would have been in this region here. When we was keep tapping this 46 with just long wicks up, that would have been your good short from up to this region. And the rejection of obviously of this support line here that we had previously, lose that. That was further confirmation this will be reject further down. And then we have this move down side to 43 through 815, which I used as a new support line, which I added it yesterday because we had resistance there, support here, resistance here. Then before we had that resistance, we flew all the way up to the top here. So we know this was a good pivotal point. Again, the confluence of the fib acts perfectly as the region where we expect them bounce off. We'll wick down to this region. I'll zoom in for 15 minutes for you to guys show you quickly. Where this double bottom here form, look, came back down, tested here, rejected here, bottom here, bounce here. Again, double bottom, you can find this in the educational channel. I explain exactly what it is. I'll just show you the movement. So we have a pull down. We have a pull down here, bounces off support, comes back up, rejects, forms another double bottom, comes back up, and moons. Right. I'll explain obviously how we know this is a confirmation of a double bottom on the 15 minutes. Again, we want higher confluence on higher time frames to play out. Obviously, if you're doing intraday trading on the day, it's good to know what's happening. The double bottom, we hit one bottom there, come back up here, back here, back there. We form a neckline. So your neckline will be your highest. It will be roughly your highest point in the middle range, which will be there. So that's your top resistance on the double bottom. Came back down, retested here, and look at that. Perfectly what a double bottom is. As soon your buy signal for a double bottom will be breaking above the neckline here. So you could have been buying. Let me just do this for you. Anyway, this region here, when we had the confirmation of it bouncing off the neckline, so that neckline gives you an opportunity to buy. But yeah, so we formed a double bottom off support, broke the neckline, which is the highest point of the middle part of the double bottom, which is here, which was at 44,543. Once we broke above, look at that candle there. The zoom past this morning. I'll just delete that for you there. So if that was enough confirmation for you, I'll show you some more confirmation that we knew that was going to go back to the level, right? Let me zoom out on the 4 hour. Right. Bring this down here. Bring this down here. I'm still keeping the 40,000 just for the moment. I'm not saying we're going to hit it, but I'm just keeping it just in case. Right. How did we know the point of control was at since 37,000 was at this region? I'll quickly show you. And I think I had a feedback from you guys. This is a paid tool on TradingView, and obviously, guys, I know it's a little bit more money, but if you want to invest in yourselves, I will recommend doing the free trial for 30 days. Play around with it. I'll show you. I have the Pro Plus, which is the best one I think out of all of them. You don't need to go the top one, which is I think £50 a month. You don't need that. Pro Plus is more than enough. This gives you the tools to unlock that volume profile, which I think recently, since I've been using it, it's one of the best tools that I have in my arsenal in terms of looking at charts where price pivots and stuff like that. So I recommend you trying the free trial out on the Pro Plus at least. See how you go with that. Normally when you sign up the free trial, it will give you an offer on the Pro Plus. I think it's like 50% or 60% off. I highly recommend doing this for a year. If you're serious about trading and you want to know everything about the TradingView and all the tools like the alerts and stuff like that, since I've got it, I've never looked back. I really enjoy it. It's very useful tools. Like I said, invest in yourself before you invest in anything else. And then yeah. And I think I've got a referral code if you want to use, you get a discount. I'm not sure, but hit me up if you're interested in that. Aside from that, I just want to show you how good volume profile works, right? So you have two types of volume. You have the visible range, which is this range here, which Just by looking at it, it's giving me the point of control at the line that I told you guys yesterday. Look at that. But when you zoom out, zoom in, this line moves and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of it. I know some people like it, but I love, and I've shown, and I explained this in the video that I've done on your profile, that fixed range is a very useful tool. So the way I use this is basically a fixed range. You basically go from A to B, and within that region, it determines where most of the buying and selling volume was done, where the point of control is, which I've explained to you before. Point of control is an area where all the buying and selling was done, and it acts as a pivot or support and resistance, where price either rejects from or goes back down to, or it can actually be a support. So use it as a dynamic support and resistance line, depending where price is trading, etc. And I'll just show you where I used it to get this point from you. I said I've done it from the 37 mark. You know, when we trace back down to here, we knew if I do that, we knew 37,500 was a good support, was previous resistance, came back down and acted as support, and then since then we haven't fallen back down in this region since the 5th of August. And I'm just going to show you now why I used it. So we have fixed range. We click on it. We do from point A, which is, let's do 5th of August at 1 o'clock, where we currently are. And look at that. I didn't even have to move my point of control. We know most of the buying and selling of BTC from that point, about 37,000 on the 5th of August to where we are now, happened at 45,749. So we know people are buying and selling at these high levels, right? So the most highlighted levels is where the most price action happened. So that's, let me just quickly highlight this for you guys and I'll show you what I mean. We use the top line. The top line is 46,390, and the bottom line here is 44,452. Let's bring that to the 1 hour and I'll show you what happened. So in this region, I said to you, point of control is very important. Here, we was pivoting around this price, going up and down, up and down. We got rejected, and we fell on good volume here. But the price, we knew, because there was a lot of buying and selling up here, price tends to always use point of control as a magnet of rejection or price going back down to the reason where we had the most buying and selling was. And at this time, that point of control acted as a perfect pivot. I wouldn't say the price that we fell down here was a fake out, because there's still a lot of volume of buying and selling. But here we can see, as soon as we dropped down to these levels, it got bought up straight away and launched the price back up to this high level of point of control it's currently at. And look at that, no surprise. On the top range of the point of control where the volume is currently when we're having some sort of rejection, or where price is currently trying to attempt to break through. And we know historically the levels that we want to trade is 46,700. That's a very important point of resistance. We can go back up there and reject back down to the levels again, no problem. Or we can push past through it with good volume. Then we can get interested again. Remember, I've said this a million times to you guys, and I'll always repeat it. We don't need to know what price, what Bitcoin's going to be next week or next month or whatever. We don't need to know where the price is. We don't need to know where the price is going. We just need to know the ranges that we're trading. And look at this, guys. I've established the two ranges that we're currently trading. And look, I've showed to you perfectly here. We know resistance 46. We know there's support at 42, and there's no support at 43. If we lost the 43 yesterday, we would have retested 42 and bounced from there. But look, currently 43 was support, and we know these are resistance. So we know the move. And like I said, when we respect these levels of BTC, when we move up and down, etc., we know how prices of altcoins react to this as well. Obviously, this dump that we had, this slight dump that we had yesterday, affected most of the altcoin setups that was posted because it invalidated them under invalidation zone. And obviously, if you check today, most of these trade setups have actually done really well. Unfortunately, the SNX one that I posted, I'll just quickly show you. Look at what this is doing. Look at that. And remember that, so you know the point of control I showed you about earlier. Once you allocated on your trading view on a specific layout, that point of control or and the volume profile will stay in the same region that you placed it at. So for example, I placed it at BTC when it was 37,000, and on SNX it will be placed in the same region that it was. So we know from the 5th of August to now, this is SNX price. Look at that again. Point of control acting as a perfect pivot. We rejected here on lower volume, came back up, acted as resistance, came back down. Again, point of control, we came above it, got rejected here on lower volume. Again, point of control, again acting as a pivot in price. We fell under, and then we moved straight after. Again, I can replicate that on every chart for you guys here. Again, just to show you obviously how point of control and volume profile is working on all of these charts. One of my favorite VRA. I've been holding this as long as I can remember. It's a crazy chart. Goes up and down, up and down. 2 cents gets tested. 5 cents gets tested. Super. Again, look at that volume. I'm just showing you just charts of how volume profile and where we can track where a lot of buying and selling was. Even up here on Super, look at that. It was just pure buying up in this region. There was no selling at all. Audio. I don't even know what to say about Cardano. It's currently at $2, which is an insane amount of price. Let me zoom out for you. Wow. Bloody hell. For $2. Look at that. That's coming up to this parabolic move here. And remember, guys, I called this at $1. I'll show you exactly what I called this. Right there. Right there. I said $1 for $1. Let me save that. Let me find it actually. So that's insane. At Cardano. Too many notifications. Was there you go, guys. Look, I gave you an arrow. I said to you guys, look, that's the time to buy. What did I say yesterday's video? 20th of July. Remember? Look at that. I pointed an arrow. I said I want to revisit $1, $1.02. Get me to that level. I'll buy. I said this is point rejection we might have. Blues past that. Look at this gain. 102% gain in spot trading on the Cardano setup. You know what? I'll find it as well. Too many other. What did I say? There we go, guys. Look, ADA approaching the historic support at $1. Looking to put buyers in this region as the support I've sold on since the 26th of February. There you go, guys. I gave you the levels. I gave the trade. Look at that. 102%. And people... Anyway, I won't even say it because my sentiment has changed when trading. I used to be a bull. I used to just be thinking, yeah, well, everything's going up. Nope. Your bias has to be both. You have to either be neutral. You have to be bullish and you have to be bearish and you have to be neutral. Because like I said, we don't care where price goes. We just need to know the ranges that we're trading it in. Simple as that. Look at this, guys. This is one of my... I love Cardano. It's actually a funny story. I used to hold Cardano at 0.08. When was it? Yeah, 0.08. About a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Me and my brother used to buy shitloads of Cardano. We used to love Cardano. All we knew was XRP, Cardano, Ethereum, Litecoin. This is the stuff I was buying in the bear market. I was buying these low levels. I had Tons of Cardano. Anyway, that's another story. So, Cardano chart. Love this chart. Look at this. Level again. Trading is about understanding the levels that you want to be trading in and you're not knowing of. And as I always said to you guys, what this channel is, and to all members, current members and new members that have joined recently, this channel or this VIP group is all about understanding trading, understanding technical analysis, understanding what tools I use on a daily basis, how I read information, etc. This is never a signal group, will never be a signal group. I will never spoon feed people trades. I do set up trades setups often, obviously, to show you obviously how I trade set up and why I did it and the reason behind it. I don't say buy here, sell here, take profit. Yes, that's good in the short term. Longer term, you will never understand how to read a chart properly. And I think understanding and reading a chart properly is a great skill to have, because you can adapt this skill to not just cryptocurrency, you can take it to stocks, forex, etc. And it's a great skill to understand how to read the market, how to make informed decisions based upon yourself, how to understand the market, how to read it, rather than paying someone to give you signals on a daily basis. Because someone giving you signals, you'll never understand the thought process of setting it up. And I'll just explain this quickly to you guys on the Cardano setup. What my thought process was, why I set it up this way, and yeah, I'm just quickly explain it to you guys, and then I'll finish the video from there. So, right, look at this. Cardano currently, this is what I was buying, 0.08. Stupid prices compared to what it is now. I don't want to show you what the gains that we made. So we had this price hike, look, in January, February, and up to 20th of Feb, right? We broke above, right there, right? So we had the first type of resistance at 147 on the 27th of February, right? Then we came back down to one-ish dollar on the March. Again, failed to break come above. Again, retested support 12th of March, 16th of March. Came back up to guess the resistance, guys, 147. Came back down to $1. 147. Guess what? Came back down to the dollar. Came back down to the dollar. 147. And this time, eventually in May, finally, after hitting 147 for such a long time, we broke through, retested above this 147, 148, and then we moved all the way to $2.47. And then, as we know, we 16th of May, by the 19th of May, we came all the way back down here. Again, look, guys, why I knew $1 Cardano was a historic support, and I explained this to you guys before, and I explained this to you on other charts. You normally get to find the bigger coins like Cardano, XRP, Ethereum, Binance. Not Doge as much, because Doge is just a bit weird. But the main currencies, Litecoin, etc., all these tend to have a historic resistance area and support area, similar the way the path BTC goes in, right? Look, we dumped. Guess where we revisited, guys? $1, $1.02. Again, we dumped again. Guess what? There we revisited $1.02. Then we pumped up. Everyone's like, yeah, it's going back up. No, rejected again. Guess where, guys? 102. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times we've hit $1.02, right? People were calling 50 cents for Cardano. We knew $1 eventually will hold as support because we visited that area 10 times before. Again, I said buy $1, $1.02, that support. I gave that area support. Since then, look at this, guys, 102% gain. I swear trading can be easy, but you need to learn and understand the methodology behind it. Once you get that methodology of understanding support zones, resistance zones, rejection areas, volume profile, understanding how volume works in terms of a coin, etc., then we moon. I said, look, I posted this on Twitter. I said, where is it? I'll find it. I'll find the tweet for you guys as well. I said, look, ADA rejected at 117. Once it passes resistance with parabolic, to be interesting how this plays out. Look, guys, I gave this on Twitter. Look at that. I said, once we go past the region, we're gonna moon. Boom. Anyway, wrong thing. Anyway, let me finish there. Damn it, it's another long video. It's a quite good video actually, and obviously I hope you guys enjoy it, and I take a lot of points from it. Replay it if you want to. Like I said, we're here to trade the range, learn how to trade, understand the market, make money obviously along the way, and never spoon feed. And on that note, have a good weekend, guys. Hope you guys have a good one. And yeah, let's speak soon. Thank you.